Azim on the ones and 96s. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9. Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Amali. And remember, faves stands for your favorite people. But it is Friday, and you know what Friday means?
Friday.
You know what Friday means?
It's the weekend.
It's close to Monday.
It's not fun.
It is literally today's to Monday.
That's the problem.
Do not celebrate Fridays anymore.
My point exactly.
I don't know. I get like, the weekend is when I get busy, so it don't really.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Is it really?
Must be nice.
Everybody rejoicing, and I'm lacking sleep.
But you know, that's how we go anyway, because if it was the reverse, I would really want to go home and, you know, relax. So, yeah.
Yeah, bye. Anybody want to share with the listeners your dilemma?
My pencil tip broke.
Oh no! Oh.
Luckily, it's a replaceable part is what broke.
Oh dear.
And luckily, Apple makes something with a replaceable part. That's becoming less and less.
Because they wear down. So
wait, sorry. He said Apple, right? And you realize the only strong thing Apple makes is those two, the wired headphones. Like your wired headphones.
I beg to differ.
Mine never. Well, I don't know what it was.
I don't use them because I don't like these. They just follow me, so I don't actually really use them often.
Kevon, I went to 25,000 chargers and still on the
Jay,
same
don't
pair.
even start with me because you're talking about 25,000 chargers that don't belong to Apple. You over here using chargers.
I've had genuine, okay?
You know your problem? What you need to do is, and I tell people this all the time because it solved my problem. What you need to do is you need to have multiple chargers for different things. You can't have that one charger that you have by your nightstand moving up and down because that unplugging and wrapping up and taking it all over the place is what does.
Remember the last of the chargers that you cussed me about?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been using. So I've left one here. It's right.
Have chargers in the places that you need chargers, and you wouldn't run into that issue because it's the unplugging and moving about and friction is what has really screwed the chargers.
As if you want to know a very funny story,
sure.
We jump into Cross Caribbean with our good friends.
Yeah, sure.
Kevon bullied me into buying an iPhone.
I did. It was me.
Yeah, that does sound like Kevon.
Accurate. Like harassed me.
Like every time she would
I don't
talk
know
to
why.
me on Twitter, I would be like, you. because it would tell you what device you're tweeting from.
Android,
I have tweeted from Android, Mac, iPad, whatever. So when I say Twitter for Android, anytime Jade says something, I use the quote and be like, okay, it says Twitter for Android. So.
And then when I finally got it, like he phoned me in town just to verify that I have it.
Imagine that.
And then when
I'm still a Samsung. I use everything Apple.
But the phone is... Well, yeah, because you have a Mac and you have an iPad.
I have all types of Apple things, but I can't do the phone. The phone doesn't work for me.
Well, I guess some people need different things, but I can't really get the Android thing.
I don't know. It's just what works for you. Like, maybe the people who'd be like, oh my God, you have an Apple, oh my God.
Yes.
Like, I don't have shares in the company, so I don't really boost it up like that. But it's just what works for me.
That's the standard. Having shares. I have shares, so I guess I can't do it.
Yeah, bro. If me own the company like me and going on like as me in this tribalism thing,
I own 0.0000000000001%. But we are joined now.
Solar power. We have lots of solar power. We have battery packs, so we can use to charge phones.
Oh no, they're not ready yet. So. Yeah. But it's Friday, and Friday means it's almost time to get up and get out. But in the meantime, we are gearing up to do some cross-Caribbean link-up. So until our Antiguan counterparts, our cousins, are ready, we will bang our mounts in the meantime. So, Friday, is there any events happening this Friday? Not this Friday, this weekend? Or everything been cancelled? What is it? Silent night?
Say that again?
Silent night is tonight?
Hello?
Oh, we're joined now.
Yes, can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, and we have celebrities on the line. You can't keep two young men who have to row across the Atlantic waiting.
Oh, yes, it's our friends.
Oh,
yes.
Wow. We were so amazed when we heard about the exploits last week.
Yes.
Yes, well, they're on the line, and because you were so amazed, I thought it would be pretty cool to have them as guests on the regional link-up this morning.
You are so considerate.
I would have sent communication through your intermediary last evening. So we do have Mr. Joseph Nunes and Travis West. They comprise the Antigua pairs who are going to be taking on the Talisker Whiskey Atlantic Challenge, and they're going to be setting off tomorrow morning as we are turning out of bed tomorrow, Saturday morning. So, Travis and Joseph, this is, by the way, who am I speaking with this morning?
This is Kevon and Azim and
Kevon.
Jade.
Morning.
Okay, Kevon,
morning.
Azim, and Jade.
Yes, Amali is lost.
All right, morning. All right, Travis, Joseph and Travis, can you hear them?
Yes, with a few times they broke up there, but the last thing we got.
Okay.
Who they are, yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to take a dose of hush, which I'm happy to do. I'm going to ask Jade or Azim or Kevon, whichever of you want to ask a question of the young man.
Hey, wait, guys, we actually heard about your exploits last week, and we were, like, as we mentioned, just so amazed and awe of this feat that you guys are undertaking. Like, what's the purpose behind it? Is a part of a bigger thing that's happening? Is it something that you guys are doing on your own? Like, tell us a bit about the reasoning behind the crossing.
So this event is an annual event that takes place from San Sebastian in La Gomera, and it's teams of solos, pairs, trios, fours, and fives. And we row from La Gomera to Nelson's Dockyard in Antigua. And it is an event that is set up by a company called Atlantic Campaign. And they're sponsored by Talisker Whiskey out of the Isle of Skye. Each team is raising funds for a greater cause, a charity. Everybody's charity is different. We have chosen the Rotary Club of Antigua Sundown, which is a very credible cause in Antigua. One of the most recent things were putting running water in sinks and soaps in schools across Antigua to wash hands for COVID. It's also a challenge that Travis and I have both wanted to take up for years now, seeing the boats arrive in Antigua and previous Antiguan teams come in to make it, that much more realistic and possible to know that it can happen.
All right. Do you have a follow-up?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. We hear, hearing that it's also gonna benefit the charity, the Rotary Club. I think that's an amazing feat. Also, the fact that this is something that you guys would have wanted to do for years and finally be in a position to see it happening now. I think that's really commendable, and I really hope that the people of Antigua, and by extension, like the rest of us in the Caribbean, are really looking at what you guys are doing, because it's really inspiring. I feel like I'm going in the gym now.
All right. Gentlemen, in terms of records, I mean, is there an attempt to cross the Atlantic 3,000 plus miles in a particular time frame, given, optimum weather conditions, or, what is your goal as far as time is concerned?
Yes, our main goal is to break the record that is currently set at 37 days and change.
Okay.
I was there last year by a team called Resilient X, who actually used this same boat that we are in currently, that we're using. So we know this boat is a world record boat, and we know that this boat is fast. There's only us now to live up to the name and see if we can beat it. Okay. Weather permitting, of course.
Of course, weather permitting. That's a big factor. I know that the first team had a horrid time with the weather. I mean, that has been well chronicled. Enough to dissuade people like me that may have been flirting with the idea of being a little hero for making the journey. But on a serious note, how are you going to, what are the backup systems? You spoke about the backup systems, but safety systems in terms of rescue boats, in terms of helicopters potentially, if just in case the weather does turn for the worst and have an adverse impact on your ability to complete the race. And I'm just asking that as a worst-case scenario type question.
So these boats that we're on are very, very safe. Once the cabins are sealed, the boat can flip over and roll. Obviously, it's not comfortable for us, but we will be safe.
Okay.
The next thing is if something was to happen, if one of us was to get severely injured or just want to get off the boat, can't do it anymore. There are a few systems in place. Helicopters are not really in the list unless we are close enough to land. Their helicopters' range are not overly huge. The race organizers actually have 2 support yachts through the fleet at different periods. One comes through early on. In the first couple of weeks, we'll see them. The second one comes on later down, and usually don't see the half of the fleet because they would have already reached Antigua and they're slower and into the slower team. If it is a dire emergency, the world has a group called MRCC, which is, they basically deal with if something happens to somebody out at sea, the closest ship and that is closest to the incident are required to go and assist, regardless if it's a sailing vessel or an oil tanker. Once they're close enough and are able to, they are required to come and assist. So we would then jump on this tanker or ship and go wherever they're going. We will not deviate their path. We're on board. They'll go. So if they're going to China, we're going to China with them. And obviously flights and accommodations will be made for the next flight in Antigua.
Okay. All right. Jay, do you have a question? You're not getting away now this morning.
How long does it usually take, like, the race, and how, like, what made you want to do this? Because a lot of us in the Caribbean especially are afraid of water, and I'm sure the water out there is quite deep. So, like, what just made you want to start doing this?
I personally have a passion for the ocean. I love the ocean. I work on the ocean every week, day in, day out, and I love it. Every aspect of the ocean is just part of me, and I love it. Also because it's an adventure. You know, most people can say that they've always wanted to do it, and now we've been given the opportunity. We've taken the adventure. Also, the crossing times, like I said, the record for the pairs is days. The record for the four-man team is 29 days. So they're usually between 30 days to 60, 70 days, depending on the team's goals. Non-competitive teams usually take longer, obviously. But every team has food and water supposed to be packed up for a maximum.
Okay.
Anything after 80 days is longer than usual. I don't think anything is.
Right.
I mean, easily 400 days, 120 days. These a lot faster, and crossings usually take anywhere between 30 and 60, 70 days.
Okay. You got that, Jade? Between 30 to 60 and 70 days, roughly. There's a little garble there.
I am amazed. I do not think I would ever be able to last that long on a boat. Ever.
Yes. I know, right? You probably can barely manage a party boat for a few hours, right?
Yes, that is correct. So days? Wow.
Yes, exactly. And in the cases without seeing land. But just a quick follow-up. Azim or Kevon, you'll have a insightful question? All your questions are insightful, by the way.
Yeah, because you had me confused for a minute.
Yes.
Well, my question was, I'm sure you would have gotten a lot of pushback for this. I'm knowing Caribbean people,
especially family.
They're very discouraging, especially with something like this, which is, to some extent a bit risky. And I'm sure you would have possibly have friends and family members that would have tried to talk you out of doing this. And how did you handle all of that, trying to navigate the resistance from family and friends?
Travis and I both feed off of negativity. So our drive is to prove people wrong. So people tell us, you can't do this, you're too young, you don't know what you're doing. Our goal is to prove those people wrong and say, we're going to show you guys, it is possible. This year in particular was hard, raising funds to get here due to COVID. People are holding on to their money and people don't have it. And this race is a very expensive, it goes out on a limb. You have to raise quite a bit of money to get here because the boat is expensive, insurances and all that in case anything does go wrong. And yeah, we like to feed off of the negativity and say, yeah, we're going to prove these people wrong. Show them how strong a little island can be, how strong two young men can be, and prove everybody wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did either of you get a message from, I don't know, the Prime Minister, the Governor General, anyone in high office, just to wish you the best of luck, that kind of thing? Or Minister of, Sports? Minister of Sports? Anyone? Any message?
We've had quite a few well wishes from the government. The Governor General, Sir Rodney, is our patron. He also helped us out. We got 2 smartphones from Digital, which he organized before we left. We were on Point FM before we left as well when we were in Antigua.
Mm-hmm.
The Prime Minister called in and wished us well. Also, the Minister of Sports, Darren Matthew. We had Chet Green, and Minister of Tourism, Max Fernandez, also helped us out getting flights out of Antigua to London and to La Gomera.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had quite a bit of support from the government.
Okay. All right. Very well. Final question from our friends over in St. Kitts before we let the young men go and get themselves together for tomorrow.
No, man, we just really want to wish them the best of luck and safety and really look forward to the job they're going to do and let them know also that it's not only Antigua that are going to be proud of them, but we here in St. Kitts, and I'm pretty sure by extension, the rest of the Caribbean is going to be so proud of what they're about to accomplish. So best of luck. Congratulations, and bye. Y'all better than us, I can tell you that.
Right.
By far.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
All right. So listen, gentlemen, I associate myself with those comments from our friends over at Win FM in St. Kitts, the Island Tea crew, and Godspeed. Literally, God's protection and Godspeed. So you get over here in the shortest possible time, safely, so that you can be reunited with your loved ones and friends.
Thanks a lot, Darren.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
And by the way,
We'll talk again on Thursday.
Yes, we'll talk on Thursday, the same time, okay? Yeah, the tech is listening very keenly, and he don't play. So yes, he'll have it all set up for next Thursday. But listen, for those who may want to follow it, that's something I should have asked before we let you go. What is the app that listeners can download or follow? I think YB Races is what I used for the previous cruise that went out. Is it the same app or is there another app?
Is the app?
Sorry? Hello? Are you there?
Is the app?
Oh dear, I think the satellite phone is giving trouble. Yeah, could you repeat what you just said for the benefit of our friends in St. Kitts as well? Okay. I think we've run out of luck with this satellite phone. All right, let's call it quits. Jade, Azem, Kevon, we're gonna have to leave it there because it seems as though the satellite phone has given way. But there is an app that I used to use to follow the race for the previous the team Antigua Island girls and the other two teams that Antigua fielded in this Talisker Whiskey Atlantic Challenge. So I'm assuming it's the same app, but I'll verify with Mr. Noons afterwards. And once I'm able to get him still on WhatsApp, I think he's available on WhatsApp until tomorrow. So I'll do that, and I will share that with you so you can follow the race as well. And you can know what direction they're heading in, the speed they're going at. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Antiguans
definitely.
are really into it. It's a big deal here. And there's going to be a big COVID or no COVID, I don't know how we're going to manage when they get here. Let's put it that way, because when the teams arrive here at Nelson's Dockyard, it's a big deal, huge deal. So big, I don't even want to get out there because the traffic in and out of that area, which is a part of our national park system, is a problem because of the volume of traffic. So we'll see how that floats. But, so I'll share that with you over the weekend, so at least you guys can follow the race as well.
Great.
Awesome. We really appreciate that, yeah.
Thank you so much. We didn't get to touch local stuff, but, next week for that. Every week can be the same, right? Variety is the spice of life. I don't have to tell you all that. At least I know. I may not be as unscripted as you, but I know variety is the spice of life.
Definitely. Right. But thanks again for setting that up.
Yes, awesome.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of it. Always great linking up with you guys. I think we have a thing going here, and we just need to build on it.
For sure.
Yes,
for sure.
Our cousins across the sea.
All right. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, Jade, always quiet in the background, but, I have a feeling you weigh a lot more. You wield a bigger punch than you let on, but that's okay.
Yeah, you should hear the punches. You should hear and feel the punches we get when we're off air.
I think I have a pretty good idea.
Do not let them slander me. That is not true.
That's not true?
No.
They're misrepresented?
I think so.
We'll send you an episode or two where she threatened us live.
Okay. Please, feel free.
Yes.
Jade, you need to give them my WhatsApp number so that, they can tell me of all the things that you do to them.
No.
Anyway.
See, she's controlling the situation.
Anyway, I gotta go.
All right.
We are behind in commercials, and I'm sure you are probably as well. And we have to make way for an artist who is joining us in studio.
Okay, no problem.
Unless y'all wanted to hear that too, but I don't know if it's possible. If y'all want to stay with us, that's fine. But if not, we'll do this again next week, Lord willing.
Yeah, we have our own list to go through as well. Yep. So we'll link up next week.
So we'll do this again next week.
Yes,
Great stuff. Thank you so much.
All right,
man.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Have a great day as well. And that was our friends across the ocean.
Across the ocean that I am not rowing.
Right? That's fantastic if you really have to think about it, you know?
Dude, look, rows in general, I like rowing,
it's fun, but it's exhausting.
I was telling Jay that rowers are some of the most elite athletes in the world.
That's a stamina game. Like, that's real
Bro, it
stamina.
taxes every single muscle in your body and every single, system.
Because I don't think people really understand that rowing is not just your arms. Because people look at it and think it's just your arms. One is your feet, because you have to keep them feet going, and you also have to sometimes use your feet for the momentum. Then your back, using your core, using your chest, using your arms,
body.
You're even using you're using your teeth, everything.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing for me is literal deep water. I keep imagining, imagine just being on a tiny boat. Oh, no, I don't imagine it.
I don't imagine it.
I cannot. Amali, would you do that?
No. We don't do that over here.
Amali Billy going on the people in catamaran on the weekend.
But it is now time for us to take a short break. And we will come back with more Island Tea on Win Media SKN. We'll be right back.
Different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
It's official! Friday, December 18th and Saturday, December 19th are VAT days. But you can come today and get pre-approved credit for VAT Day. Save some of the hassle of this VAT Day and drop by some of your local Hosford's department stores today. Yes! Come to any Hosford's department today and get pre-approved credit for December 18th and December 19th. No down payment necessary. That's right, zero money down. And no payment until February 2021. That's right, no payment until February 2021. Come to Hosford's today, where we will be dropping major discount plus pre-approved credit when you shop now. How, you ask? Well, it's simple. All you have to do is visit any of the Hosford's departments, including furniture and appliances, Ashley Furniture Home Store, Building and Nevis Centers, and the Automotive Division. Make your VAT Day wish list, and we'll do the credit check. Come back on VAT Day and get all that you picked with your pre-approved credit and be on your way to a merrier Christmas. Whether it's new furniture, a new stove, or a brand new car, Hosford's is giving you pre-approved credit today. Be on your way to a merrier Christmas. Pre-approved credit today for VAT Days December 18th and December 19th at Hosford's. Visit stores for all details.
If you own or work with animals, please follow these tips to avoid getting the coronavirus. Please keep pets away from areas where you are preparing food and eating your meals. Thoroughly wash your hands after handling animals and animal waste. Avoid contact with sick or stray animals. And always remember to wear protective gowns, gloves, and facial protection when handling them. As the novel coronavirus spreads, it is important that you continually disinfect your home. Viruses can gather on surfaces such as doorknobs, computer keyboards and mouse, cell phones, tablets, railings, kitchen and bathroom countertops, and remote control devices. To avoid transfer of viruses, wipe down these surfaces regularly with disinfectants such as Clorox, Lysol wipes, touching your face or your loved one's faces after touching any of these types of surfaces. It is very easy for viruses to be transferred in this way. When preparing food, be sure to use different knives and cutting boards for raw meat and cooked foods. Wash your hands before and after handling raw meats. Also, wash your hands before and after using cooked food. Be sure to cook food thoroughly before eating it. This is a message from the Ministry of Health and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA.
Yeah, tune up, we're going in. Nibble, open. Yeah. Here we are, neighbor. Bring drinks. Bring containers, vessels. Forget the chivalry and pass me a vessel. And I want plastic glass in case it fall out my hand. Aye. Oh my lord. Yes. Buenos dias, amigo. I mean, how are you? Compliment of the season to you. May all your dreams come true. But right now this is what I want you to do. Bring it rum, home, it's Christmas. Bring it rum, home, I see. We could drink a flask, we could drink a nip. If you have a bottle hiding, bring it out to me. Oh, mamma mia, yo. Why, viva, viva, you. Je no carro, I see a boy, carasio. Baba vida, oh, lida, I see no more. Roti and egg, peanut butter and turkey leg. Who cooked this thing? I'm Mr. Carpenter. A toast I give to you. Carry all I got today in a toasty way. But right now this is what I would like to say. Bring the rum for this Christmas. Bring the rum for my stay. We could drink a flask, we could drink a nip. If you have a bottle hiding, bring it out.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Amali, and I love this song.
Bring drinks.
This song is amazing. Honestly. Wow. Don't think I'm focused if you're playing in the back.
Honey Bunches, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
You're trying to pretend to be nice?
Are we in the flow article?
You're trying to be nice?
It's exciting for you?
Yes.
Okay. What flow article? You want to read it for all of us?
I put it in the thing.
You want to read it for all of us, Amali?
Everybody asked what flow article.
Amali, read the article.
Okay.
Just send this, clip this and send it to our friend in Antigua. Because you been abusive.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah. I mean, I over here, so I'm quiet, yeah.
So, this doesn't apply to Kevon because he doesn't want children.
Just a dog.
And I don't. Baby steps. Hopefully one day Flo will offer these kinds of privileges
for puppies?
For dog owners, yeah.
For puppies? I love to see it.
Oh, me mothers. Anyway, apparently, well, first let me read the Facebook post. So I saw a post on Facebook a while ago and it says, Flo now gives 8 weeks full pay paternity leaves to fathers of newborn or adopted children, or if they were in full custody of a child.
Is this the Parliament Club?
Mm-hmm. It's the Parliament Club, yeah. It's the Parliament Club. So I clicked on the link, to verify that the news was authentic. And it's true.
Oh.
On the Observer.com, the St. Kitts Nevis Observer, Flo initiates maternity leave as part of its parental leave policy. Being a family-oriented company, Flo has announced that it has included paternity leave as part of its parental leave policy, making it one of a few private companies to do so. Shares McPatrick, marketing and communication executive at Flo, shared policy details. She said Liberty Latin America, also known as Cable and Wireless Communications, and its subsidiaries, recognize the importance of giving parents flexibility and time to heal and/or bond with their new child and adjust to their new family situation.
Yep.
The parental leave policy will be in effect following the birth of an employee's child, placement of a child with an employee in connection with an adoption or foster care, or birth of a child via gestational surrogacy, said Ms. Patrick. Parental leave refers to both maternity and paternity leave entitlements. Statutory laws of 13 weeks paid maternity leave was always the practice.
Right.
And it goes on for a long time.
But I think we get the gist, and I think it's something commendable. Something we've spoken about here on the show. It would be funny if Flo only has like 2 men employed.
At least, it
but for those 2 men,
they benefit.
I feel like more businesses need to implement this policy.
Suit, yeah.
Agreed.
Like, put this on the law books. Because it's very difficult for mothers to have to stay home all day,
by
every
themselves.
Day. Yes. You have to cook, you have to eat, you have to take care of the baby, you have to try to find some time to sleep.
And I feel like that's also part of the reason why we've developed this mentality of, I can't leave him home with my child. Because you know, the father would have not had, you know, all that time that you did to be with the child all the time. So you develop this, this maternal distrust, and you're afraid to give the opportunity to him to do what you do.
Yeah.
So,
but I think that it also recognizes that men have a vital role to play in parenting overall. Right? It just recognizes that there's a bond that is created between child and parent in those first days.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In those first days, and giving fathers the opportunity to, you know, to create that bond and not lose out on those first days. I think it's very important. And as the article said, adjust to the new family situation. Like, it's a huge adjustment. It's a huge adjustment for both parents, for families, even if there's other kids in the household and stuff like that. It's a huge adjustment for everybody.
Yeah, and also, like, if your partner goes to work all day and then he has to come home and then help you in the night, he doesn't get any sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So if both of y'all can work out a schedule together with the child, everybody gets some time to rest, everybody gets some time to do something different than you just having to come home and then take over.
Yeah, new mothers need that support.
Yes,
new mothers need that support.
They really do, because I remember when I had Jaden, like, I needed that. I mean, his dad did help me, but it would have been so much easier for me if he was able to stay home.
Get half time. And
yeah.
It's I think it's really necessary, to be honest, because just in general, you know, one, it allows the women to catch a break.
Yeah, man.
Big time, because
mothers need that help, yo.
I think them first few weeks of hands-on assistance comes in handy so much, because you spent 9 months doing all of this. Then the child comes and you don't even get the chance to recover properly yet, and you have to go into to overdrive to look after a newborn with no help, because the father has to go to work.
Not only that, and depending on the situation, depending on when you started your maternity leave and all of that and thing, who knows how quickly you have to go back out.
Right.
How
quickly you have to go back out and all that stuff, and then you have on top of that, all this stuff that come along with it. Some mothers have C-sections, and then that means they can't really do the lifting like that. They can't, getting up is not easy and all that stuff. So having them home by themselves to do all of this, it's not very. Yeah. It's not very. Don't really make much sense.
Unless with a newborn.
With a brand newborn baby.
Yeah, I mean it's and this is one of those things that when it happens, it's kind of like, only know
because it makes sense.
Like, only know.
It makes so much sense. Like, why aren't we giving both parents time off to be home with a new baby?
Because we coming out of this patriarchal setup with very rigid gender roles, and perhaps too, I think there probably were a lot of men in previous generations who really and truly would have given anything to not be a part of the children's life at that point. Like, and that's something that for the last, and there's something that has become very obvious, I guess, from our generation and even younger generations, the willingness of fathers to be involved in their children's lives. Like, I think that, like, this whole narrative, man don't want to take care of the children and so, like, for me and my friends, the people I went to school with and so, they're all very active in the children's lives, like, and very proud to be dads, like, and I really want to commend the fathers out there that really take their role as fathers seriously and really do as much as they can for their kids.
Well, this kind of doesn't have anything to do with what we was talking about, right? But you know what I really hate? No, it makes sense. Men who think that they babysit their kids. You cannot. It is your child. You cannot babysit your child on the weekend. You cannot babysit your child for a couple hours. You're not a babysitter, sir. That's somebody that's hired by the parents.
You hire him to babysit
which
for the
you
weekend.
are. No, you can't hire a parent to babysit. It's their child.
I mean, I take money still, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that's yeah. But I think again that's kind of set up in a lot of scenarios based on the nature of the relationship that and a lot of time, let's be honest, the nature of the relationship that dads in a lot of cases have with their kids is dictated by the mothers. Mm-hmm. And so I think that kind of adds to that image where it's kind of like it's difficult for me to get to spend time with my child unless it's convenient for the mother. So of course it feels like babysitting. Oh, you gotta go out and you want me to hold him now? Oh no, you want me to hold him? So
that is so sad.
Yeah, but that is that's
it's
the reality.
It really is, and that's really unfortunate. You know, Kasim, come hold your child.
That is top 10 funniest videos.
Yo, that is a classic.
We have, I think, like that one that was this year. This year feels
no,
so
that
long.
was last year.
No, that was last year.
Okay, that was like top 10.
Kasim, come hold your child.
Yeah, that one. Unfortunately, the guy and the car situation.
I'm a man drown.
That's the best.
That's it. That's up there for real. Soldier crabs up there. But not even soldier crabs. Anything that guy. What's his name? The guy that.
Me know.
What about the puppy one? Yeah, remember the puppy?
Puppy.
Small accident make the song about.
Yeah, the puppy. That was the previous year.
Yeah,
like. But I never saw the original for that, you know.
You never saw the original video?
Me.
What?
But you all know what I mean. The tall, skinny guy that's always at
I don't remember his name.
Oh, Cooper.
Yes.
Cooper, yeah. Yeah, was on white.
No,
not that one. No.
The other one that he opened the back door and he said something like he always.
That's Cooper.
No, that's not Cooper.
No, he'll be Matt Knight.
Oh, you're not a liar, Cooper for Joe.
Limes.
Yeah. Limes, yeah. Limes F the world,
yeah. Yeah, everything he says, top video.
Oh my gosh. Can somebody please
do a compilation?
Do a compilation of Limes phrases.
The best of Limes?
The best of Limes.
Oh my gosh.
Also, hey, watch here. St. Kitts has to have the best characters in the world. Nobody
really
could
does.
convince me otherwise.
They do. They're funny. St. Kitts and Nevis, because remember the guy from Nevis? What's his name?
All them from Nevis. Yeah, I saw the one from Nevis the other day. The man stand up in the cricket field with cricket in the cricket stands in a skirt on a cross.
Jesus.
Yeah, did you see that one?
I did. Jesus.
There's somebody in Nevis at the cricket field.
He was on the cricket
in the stands,
Mm-hmm.
and he like strapped himself to a pole and spread out his hands like Jesus on the cross, and he was in like a dress.
you
know. See that deal?
Matter of fact, right? Nevis have some of the best videos, you know. Yeah, remember the girl that like rammed the goat?
Yeah.
Love it. Love to see it because you know what? That makes sense because you know if a dog bites you, you want to bite it back.
No, that's never happened to me.
No,
I've never had.
No, but you'd hear people say, Kitty would say, "Oh, the dog gonna bite you, want to bite it back." That's Kitty saying, but this girl actually put that mentality to work. You ram me, I can ram you back. And she literally get fed up. She would literally get fed up and she went down on fours and she rammed the goat.
Let me tell you something, right? I've never seen a goat's face so expressive. The goat was in utter shock.
The goat was
confused.
The goat was so confused.
The goat was like, "This is you don't do that. You must don't do that."
Don't I do this? What are you doing?
Yeah, let's do that too.
You know what else I saw last night that was funny? And it was unintentionally funny. You remember the monkey, what I call it? The SSU for monkeys.
Monkey fam?
Monkey task force?
The monkey
task force.
SSU for monkey.
Wow.
Apparently, right?
Wow.
They on their first monkey hunt. They killed 56 monkeys.
Out of 100,000?
Yeah.
So,
you gotta start somewhere.
I mean, yeah.
Like they're doing something with these monkeys. Like
I don't
cooking them or
know.
something.
I hope they're giving them to individuals to do something, like, you know.
Yeah, you can't just be killing them.
No. The demand for monkey meat is very high. Yeah?
That's what I'm saying.
I will never. Anyway,
I mean, even locally.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if
We can't just be killing the monkeys.
Wait, raise your hand if you've eaten monkey meat. I know, you know.
You had monkey meat before?
I just know it was Amali.
But it's not something weird. Like a lot of people, I just don't eat a lot of meat. I eat fish.
Kevon, do you eat? Okay.
I didn't want a Christmas dinner.
I'm open to trying meat.
I've seen it several places.
Yeah, on the table for Christmas there was ham and turkey and then curry goat and curry monkey.
Yeah. As a matter of fact,
to trick me into eating
one of
things like that. I would try it. But you have to trick me.
I didn't have a serving. I tasted it.
Yeah, like my friend who tricked me into frog legs. Like it worked. I had frog legs, and I could tell you they were not bad tasting at all. But she tricked me into doing it.
But people like this is what y'all need to understand, right?
Sorry,
yeah, me and follow.
No, yeah. No, but what it is, right? This is what I tell people all the time. Yeah, you know what got me like finally to get off chicken and all them kind of things and stuff. I went to this vegan restaurant. I was on tour. We went to this random vegan place. Of course, I'm tour with a bunch of Rastaman. So, but it served, you know, regular food as well. So of course, I got into the jerk chicken, like sent on the jerk chicken one time, and the rest of them had like the vegan jerk chicken, right?
What's vegan jerk chicken?
It don't matter.
Broccoli.
It make other things.
Right. No. However, the lady, like,
mix up the other.
No. She gave me a taste of the vegan one. And I was like, but wait, this tastes better. This tastes better. And she was like, yeah, like, because what you don't understand is you don't actually like chicken. You like the things that they season the chicken with. She said, look, if I were to take a piece of chicken, right, clean it, throw it in some water, and put it on your plate, you probably wouldn't find that very appetizing. But you could take some broccoli, put it in some water, put it on your plate, and you would eat it. Now, imagine we just take the same seasonings we put on the chicken, like to make the chicken taste good, we put it on the broccoli that already tastes good. Or the mushrooms, or whatever it is.
Oh, shrooms.
Yes, I love shrooms. Actually, that was the base for the vegan jerk chicken. It was mushrooms, portobello, and so that's kind of like where I look at it. Like the monkey meat, you eat it, you don't even know what it is. Tree mutton.
I want monkey meat. And by the way, Peter, our good friend, it's P-E-T-A, not Peter as in the person. Peter as in the organization.
But who said the owner Peter? Peter ain't Peter.
Sure, you're right.
Or one of the directors is Peter.
Maybe.
Exactly.
Right.
So Peter from Peter
there must
will
be somebody in the organization named Peter.
You think so?
I'm pretty sure.
It's probable.
Yeah, Peter is a very popular name.
Not just that, Peter is a very large organization.
Yes.
And also, we wouldn't care. Like, I don't think Caribbean people, like, yes, we love animals and stuff, right? But when it comes to, remember, we are people that strive off of agriculture. So when it comes to animals, yeah, we eat them.
I eat everything, honestly.
Except monkey.
Y'all eat goat. Y'all eat.
I wonder
goat
if
is delicious. Y'all eat.
I wonder if the Department of Agriculture still does.
Manikou.
Does have
What is
the.
a manikou?
Does have the
Oh, you want here for that?
possum. But
I wouldn't eat it, but I haven't and wouldn't eat it.
We used to have this at Department of Agriculture, right?
Wait, as I'm sorry. We eat that here?
No.
People have had it in different. We don't have possums
St.
here.
Lucia and Trinidad and so.
We don't have manicous here.
Different, man. I
We
thought
don't have
something we
manikou.
import or something, you know?
We don't have manicous here, but you know, if you go to like
No.
St. Lucia and Dominica, you'll get you can eat
No.
manicou. Manicou is there.
I don't know, you find repulsive chicken food, you know?
Yeah.
Boss, no. Chicken
then
foot soup with the corn and so.
Nope.
My
I'm
dad-
supposed to be stirring a
Bye.
pot of soup, and in my soup, I see this.
My dad made me season them one time, right? And I almost passed away.
Stop there.
They feel like fingers, Amali.
Because they are
It
fingers.
is disgusting. And we have a color.
I stop there. Watch here. I ever eat ground though. The foot is the best part. Stop doing that.
We have a call on it. Caller, good morning.
What as in me? He don't talk like he in 60 years old.
We have a call on the line. Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, hi, you're live.
Yes, good morning to all of you.
Morning,
How is everybody today?
Morning.
Lovely.
How is everybody today?
Doing great.
That's good, that's good. Let me say something quickly. In terms of the monkey and the eating and so on, for those of you who have never tasted it, if you eat it, as long as you're not told what it is, you might think it is mutton.
Mm-hmm.
The flesh is very nice.
Mm-hmm.
But for me to continue eating, I'll prefer to eat those on the mountain side, not from the seaside, the mountain side.
Oh.
And finally, as long as you buy packaged, bottled, and canned stuff from overseas, as long as you eat these products that come from overseas, let me tell you, you and I know what we are eating.
Yep.
Because sometimes we might be eating worse than monkey. At least we see our monkeys and we see what they feed on, but you don't know. And in many countries, what they eat differs. There are people who eat lizards in some countries. There are some who eat a bigger version of lizards that they call iguana. People eat crocodile. People eat crapo. In some countries, they butcher horse and donkey. And they report it as
There's some countries.
Horse meat is good too.
Yeah.
right? And a lot of these stuff. But I guess is what we I mean, if you
culture.
Country,
It's culture.
It's just conditioning. It's
you won't do that, eh?
It's what we use.
And this is not what we are accustomed to.
Yeah.
But these are delicacies in some places.
Right.
Bats and all of those people eat.
Oh, yeah, I've seen people eat that.
Anyway, I'll leave it there.
All right, thank you very much, Carla. But yeah, you know, it all boils down to culture and what you're used to, because you know there's some cultures where people eat what is it? Grub? Is grub is called?
Yeah, grub, which is like
grub is
grubs.
worms.
Yeah, worms.
You know, like
Termites,
worms.
That term came from Lion King, yeah?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, grub. People eat grub. People eat, and they do have different ways of doing it. They'll candy them, like they'll put them in candy, and you eat the candied grub.
Oh yeah, the candied.
Dude,
you have
like the caterpillars
and you have
you have
candied
I've seen
roaches,
those.
like
I've seen
literally
those.
candied roaches and stuff and all these things. Clear is asking if
When I
you
went-
eat roadkill. No.
No, when I went to, well, people eat roadkill, but our roadkill is like
Yeah,
goat
our
and so.
roadkill. But not just that, but our roadkill is like pancaked at this point.
The call on.
We have a caller. Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning, my friend.
Good morning,
I just want to say I agree with you with the chicken foot. Let me give you a joke. When my son was small, we went to the meat market. And when you go to the Jamaican meat market, they have a lot of, you see the goat head, the roasted goat head, and the chicken foot. My son bust out, Mommy, no, Mommy, please don't buy none of those thumbs. I agree with you with the chicken foot. You have a good day, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, my friend.
So, but I remember, you know, it honestly is all what you're used to, because I remember there was
Culture.
a point in time where I stopped having goat water. And here's why. Because I went to my grandmother's house once, and outside on the porch was the goat. It wasn't in pieces.
Oh, it was still there.
It was like the skinned
whole
goat.
goat,
It was
yeah.
the skinned whole goat without
Oh,
the
it was
head.
dead.
The skin goat.
It was
yeah.
frozen. Like
They just bought the
you
goat.
bought the whole goat. So the goat was frozen, skinned, but without the head and feet. Like the hooves were gone.
Yeah.
So I just saw this carcass on the ground frozen, and I was just like,
Done with that.
Yeah.
That's me too, yeah.
and it took me a while,
You,
because
can't, you have to see prepared.
I don't
I
like to
cannot-
see,
I can't sit in baby, except like chicken and something.
and that was the first time I ever saw it.
But even chicken, if I cook chicken, you know, I'm gonna like it when I finish.
Maybe you just ain't taste good, man.
And thing
Maybe you just
too,
can't cook.
I used to.
No, man.
I don't even eat black pudding, because I used to see my grandmother
Okay,
making
boss.
it all the time.
I don't.
Black pudding is God's work.
Boss, let me tell you
Each
something,
his
right?
own, but I saw it being made, and I couldn't cook
I-
it.
I've been made once too, and I tell me.
I used to see Granny making it all the time, and I just can't.
No, black pudding for me is a thing that really makes me look at you differently.
Can't do it.
Like I can't see you like eat it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't see it
that.
like
I love that. Big
Yeah,
up
so-
Carl one time, they're on the pasture.
So there's
Yanni.
some people who are in my life who I know eat black pudding, and whenever
not in your life
they
anymore?
purchase any or whatever, I
leave?
excuse myself because I don't want to lose the friendship.
I love it, man. I love it.
Let's protect the friendship. Yeah.
Like, I love pork batter. Like, blah. I love like a roasted pig. So if I go to a barbecue and I got like a whole roast pig,
Whole roast
Spit
pig, yeah.
spit roast?
I would devour, yeah. But the other day I was up by John, right? The man said, boy, we're going to roast a whole pig tomorrow. I want to help me season it up and so.
Oh, the preparation screw you up.
So I literally take like a saw and like bust down the pig. In half and so. And season it myself and everything, drum mix season and everything. And the next day the man comes and said, boy, the pig ready come for some. When I reach him there, I was just like,
no.
I put some in my mouth, I was just like.
Because then everything started coming back to you?
The process to kill it for you.
Fish, I love fried fish bad. But let me fry my own fish, I can eat all it by myself. I just can't do it. I can't season the fish and eat it.
Yeah.
It's tough for me. It's tough for me about it. When Megan tries and then if nothing is there, then they're gonna eat it, but Megan enjoy it.
Yeah. Just become sustenance at that point.
Yeah, I need to eat something, so I want to eat this nasty fish that I make. Yeah, but I can. That's just taking me store for it.
You know what the thing is too? Like, I think it's worse when the animal that you cooking have a face.
I don't like
to
whether
it's fish, if you have a face, so like the pig and so, you can see the pigs all the time.
Like I tell people all the time, I don't want to be able to feel like my meal is able to get up and run off the plate. Like, please put it in pieces.
Yes.
Like for me, don't give me a Cornish hen. That is weird.
Oh, bro, I used to love Cornish hens.
Don't give me a Cornish hen. It is weird because I just feel like that Cornish hen can just get up and run. I don't really like. I don't do whole fish because
the head,
the fish. I feel
and
like
the fin and everything.
I feel like if
you want sliced fish.
I feel like giving enough gravy, it'll start swimming. I can't do it. Like I can't do the parts of the body. We have another call? No. Okay. Well, I still can't do it anyway. So now it's time for a break, and we will come back with more. Hold on. I got to check YouTube because I know over there that is. Here we go. See, they're talking to themselves. Let me check. Just make sure. Let me see. Scanning. Yeah, they're chatting with each other. See, an Axeman saying when he found out what black pudding was made of, he stopped eating his.
Yeah, man.
Someone else is saying, first time I saw chicken killed, I stopped eating chicken for a while. What hurt me the most was that I used to feed this chicken. I was a hurt 12-year-old.
Lord, the pet get killed.
Not only that, you ever see somebody like kill a chicken?
Yeah, they ring
hold
the neck.
Hold it by the neck and just ring
it. Spin, and then some people spin.
Remember, you hear the pop.
Okay.
Then there's also someone else is saying, can you imagine a monkey hand in a pot and the hand box up like a little child hand?
Oh my God.
But I love Cornish hen, don't get me wrong.
Nutritious and delicious.
Give me the pieces of the Cornish hen. Chop it in half. Give me the pieces of the Cornish hen. Don't give me the full hen because I can't do it.
The Cornish hen wing is like nothing.
Give me half of cut in half. Give me the half of Cornish hen. Do not put the Cornish hen on my plate because I feel like if I poke it with the fork, it can cluck. But now it's now time to take a short break, and we'll come back with more Island Tea. We'll be right back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
On December 11th, it's a celebration for the opening of Sugar Mass 49. At 7:30 p.m., experience the splendor of our culture and carnival. Exclusive streaming on the SKN Carnival Facebook page and YouTube channel and on ZIZ Radio and television. Carnival celebrations redefined for Sugar Mass 49.
This is a virtual experience.
Christmas is a time for togetherness with friends and family. A lot has changed this year, and despite the fact that Christmas may look a little different and we can't all be together, let's hold on to that Christmas magic. All is still bright. Your friends at the Insurance Company of the West Indies wish you and your family joyful moments and Christmas cheer this holiday season. Click, call, or visit ICWI today. Visit us at 1C Bird Rock Road, call 465-8753 or ICWI.com. At ICWI, serving you is all we do. Happy holidays.
And we are back with more Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Amali. Welcome.
It's good to be here. When Super come in, 1:30?
Yes. So we have some time. So let's talk about some Sinks and Evis.
Me like when you come in, you're too intelligent.
So let's.
The intelligence is the level of calm that he exudes.
I come in here, ready to grill him, and he just does things that make sense. Just like.
And you don't know how to proceed.
Tell I so.
I agree with him, man.
Yeah, tell I so.
I hear coming here trying to defend the people, and he just making sense. Not today, young.
Today gonna be what?
Today gonna be the match.
It's gonna be the exact same thing.
It's going to be the exact same thing.
But it is now time for tea. He.
Not shishi.
But he.
Indeed. Not shishi or they. But he.
So, which one I should? Let's do this one first, since it was a topic yesterday. So, an update from the happenings on Wednesday that involved the crew members who breached COVID protocols. There's now some information. So, the crew members who breached the COVID-19 protocols at the Deepwater Port, who then went shopping with the assistance of members of staff of the ship's agent, have tested negative for COVID-19.
Great.
Still don't think that's still ridiculous. Like, it shouldn't have boiled down to this.
Yeah.
And them testing positive now don't mean that it did. Well, I don't know how long they were on the ship, but still, don't know if.
But that is a plus. I could tell you that.
A plus, yes.
Yeah, like people were holding their breath, hoping for negative results.
So they've been confirmed that they've had negative tests.
So they're in jail now?
We'll see. I hope.
They probably put them back on the boat.
Yeah, they're probably gonna send them back on the boat, but
because I am more concerned with the local agent who.
Yeah, that was my issue.
Staff of the local agent.
The local agent, I feel, is completely at fault for all of this, because how did you even feel like that was something that made sense?
But my thing is to go shopping, but like, just give me a list here.
Right. Tell me what you want. You're on the ship. You want some fresh milk? Sure, let me go get it for you, and I'll drop it off at the port.
Put the whole nation at risk for some carnation.
For you to walk around the supermarket.
And
shop.
If they really went to buy Shirley biscuit, I could understand. But anything other than that, like, it just didn't make sense.
I don't believe they went in the supermarket.
You don't believe what?
They went in the supermarket.
With the hot takes.
I
was thinking it too, but
I was thinking it. I feel like they probably.
I actually heard that they did go to a supermarket.
Yeah, man, said they didn't go, but they want to leave her.
I feel like
they went gonna look weird.
Boom, bum, bum, boom, 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 bum.
That make no sense. Things have to make sense for me in my head. I'm sorry, I was made buying it.
It makes more sense to go and look the great push from God than to go buy milk.
Why else would you risk quarantine? That's something weed heads does do.
No, I was actually thinking something else, but
yeah, me too.
Something else, a little more.
A little more taboo.
Yeah, a little more.
I thought they went lime kilo.
I was just about to say no. I don't feel like the weed heads I know would risk that.
Jade, I have met some people who are dysfunctional when they ain't gonna weed.
No,
dysfunctional.
No, but Jade, no. At the same time, it ain't even about that. Like people are getting locked up for weed all the time, normal. Like
Jade, there are people that buy weed and don't pay the rent.
Yeah. Like
and risk getting evicted.
They probably should stop smoking then.
Yeah, I'm saying that all weed heads are behave like crackheads, but I know that there are some.
Well, if you
weed
go to
users.
a crackhead than a functioning weed head,
Just the crack and done?
Yeah, you should probably no.
Switch over?
No. You should probably stop smoking because
they can't stop.
Clearly, you're malfunctioning.
There are some people that smoke recreationally and for vibes and thing, and there are other people that have to do it. They
become the line of being a crackhead, then
yes,
they become dependent on the feeling.
Yeah,
yes, and it is addiction. And I'm not saying weed is addictive. You can be addicted to anything.
You can addict to anything. You can be addicted to a state. I was addicted to juice.
Yeah,
and you overcame. Look at you.
Yeah,
big boy.
The withdrawals were crazy.
Strength.
Yeah, but I know of quite a few individuals who have to have their fix, otherwise they ain't right. Like,
and you can't function. They can't function. They don't know how to operate in states without being in that state.
But it's the same. I mean, like Amali said, you could be addicted to anything.
Yep.
You could be addicted to anything.
I want us to be addicted to making wise choices and not putting the country at risk.
How to Pastor Johnson by?
Yeah.
Daily, they both do in the supermarket. Me buying it.
Yeah, me buying it. Yeah.
That is too easy to fix. We don't leave it. We don't leave it. Like, apparently, we have a caller. Caller, welcome. Hello.
Welcome. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning again.
Morning.
Yeah, I call a second time to disturb you all again.
It's okay.
I'll try to be quick.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the ship and the breakage of the protocol, listen. Remember a few weeks ago, well, it could have been a few months, but in the recent past, remember I told you all that when these ships come here, you're not going to have them that are going to conform to the protocols, I have already told you all that. You see, I don't know if it is a thin line or it's a tightrope that we have to walk. This balancing act, I don't know, it's a very, very ticklish one. Because on the one hand, you're going to say to jumpstart the economy, you're going to open the borders. But then the protocols that they have, the restriction, it's what should I say? It's not conducive, in want of a better word, for those who are going to come on the ship. For how many days they're going to be quarantined? It's not going to happen. And in terms of that ship out there in the harbor, you think they're going to be here for what, almost 2 weeks? Boarded in port, and they're not going to come off? And I don't know if anything has to do with the local agents, or I don't know what they can do, because I'm certain that those persons who came off the ship didn't parachute out of the ship. Somebody had to be responsible for the exit door. Somebody had to be responsible for it. That exit and entrance door on that ship. So who on the ship gave them permission to leave? Somebody had to be responsible. Mm-hmm. And when we are sleeping, most likely maybe that's when some might be walking. They are not going to conform themselves to our protocol.
Go out there?
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Okay? Take our cue from the 130 something that came here. Remember the 130 something? They are staying here, they are living here. They could have gone into government quarantine too. But you see what happened. Now if that happened, So we have that major exception. But those who come on the ship who are going to stay a little longer, who pay the money to come to things, they're not going to conform. But like I said, I don't know. Maybe you all, three of your heads there in the studio, you all could put it together and see what result, what solution can arrive out of this. I'll continue to listen.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. But this is...
Well, there have been some new developments as it relates to the reason that these guys left the boat. From Jade's wandering mind.
Oh, Jade.
No. Yes, we're going to do that at all. As if
Jade is a legend.
Sue you. I will legit sue you.
Our custom. Jade is a legend.
I did not say. Why are you saying Jade? But it's as if.
Only your name Jade.
But you know anybody stupid?
It doesn't matter.
There are some people who
we're talking about suing.
Tell the people what
so
you
we're talking about court. How come any Jade?
As him tell the people what you said. That
as him said that Jade said. The sailors left to go and look for some TLC.
Companionship.
That makes companionship. The warmth of a woman. And that to me makes a lot more sense.
But I'm telling you.
Jade, you onto something?
No,
here?
I'm telling you what Jade pointed out is that this is something that happens regularly for people, especially who, are on tour, on sea.
Away for a time.
Yeah, away from a time from, the loved ones and things. What was the phrase you used? A man has needs?
And he does. And so do women.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yes. No, you don't drop that bomb?
Wow. I am legit speechless.
We're going Jay to organize some more TLC for the sailors. They're going jail, so they're going to need it.
see if they get inside information.
Kevon, you can just let them.
Kevon, play Mario Kart.
Kevon. Okay. Remember, right? Anyway.
Kevon, you defending Jade?
No, it's okay. I don't need defending today. I will do for the both of y'all.
Jade, by chance.
Don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me nothing.
Y'all. Anyway, who has the best raisin rolls in St. Kitts?
Funds.
What?
Funds.
Yeah, Funds are putting too much raisins for me. Funds are complaining about not enough raisins in raisin rolls, but he doesn't overdo it, in my opinion.
Bro, I still can't understand why nobody making raisin rolls.
That is my thing.
Oh, you're back now.
You already hear food. All of a sudden,
here's my thing. I ain't looking at lawsuit, so I'll excuse myself.
Lawsuit from who? From Jade?
I don't care, but don't mix me in that.
I got Kevon free to talk on the radio now.
Jade traumatized me a long time ago.
I almost got one yesterday too. Lord.
For a lawsuit?
Yeah, man.
Of course. I want a crazy roll. Give me a crazy roll and it's over.
A crazy roll, bro. Like, when I was younger and we'd buy raisin rolls, I literally just take out the raisins. But
raisins.
I will stick on my raisins though. I eat it though.
No, I just eat the raisins.
I usually eat it though. And that's why you're skinny and I'm fat.
You could just buy a box of raisins.
I wasn't the one buying the raisin rolls. They were there. I just didn't know.
Just ask for a box of raisins.
No, why? I don't really know the box of raisins.
You're going to waste all the rest of the raisin roll. You're going to waste it.
Yeah, because the raisin rolls are toasted. They're baked.
And they have this they have this different consistency than the ones they buy in the box.
Yeah, they melt on your tongue.
Yeah, they're nice and soft. They're nice and soft. The inside is now,
they've been baked and they have that oven.
They caramelized and
it's
lovely.
Come on, Jade.
But I find that the raisin rolls, I've had raisin rolls from quite a few places. And I always end up going back to Island Bakery on the Bay Road.
Yeah, there's some people like for certain pastries, Island Bakery is it.
I had a raisin roll a few days ago from another bakery and I almost saying finish it. And for me that's real. That's a big thing. You gotta eat everything.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's now time to take a break. Oh. I was sorry, I was too... Yeah, you're right, Sharon. Sharon, you're right.
You're too busy dodging the lawsuit.
Yeah, can't be bothered.
I think it's still get him.
Probably a different batch. But
yeah.
Let's talk about...
Night one till they catch it.
He's 60-year-old now.
Yeah, he's a woman, isn't he? That's
Wolverine. Let's talk about the new COVID guidelines.
For events? For being outside?
For events.
so just stay inside, basically?
So, entertainment stakeholders engaged in a meeting with the Health Emergency Operations Center and other government officials as to how to address the current COVID-19 protocols and how they've adversely affected the entertainment industry within the Federation. In invited comments on Wednesday, December 9th, President of the Professional Association for Creativity and Entertainment, PACE, Mr. Azam Bailey,
wait, this is an article?
Gave a snapshot of what was of what the discussion yielded.
This actual article?
As Bailey stated, new protocols will be introduced and made public at the December 9th NEOC press briefing. The new guidelines are expected to be a part of the state of emergency regulations, which are slated to expire on December 31st. The question then becomes, will the newly passed COVID-19 Control and Prevention Bill 2020 be in need of an amendment to include these new guidelines? Bailey indicated that I can't take this article seriously.
I don't remember none of this.
Bailey indicated that he's unsure of what the new guidelines meant for Christmas carnival activities. When asked about whether the recently dubbed black market event was addressed, he had this to say.
Wait, there's a audio thing?
There's the audio clip it, but yeah, yeah. So
where was I right?
Wherever you say you're right.
Should I play it? What he said?
Oh.
Alright, let me mute the lives first because I have to.
I mean, I kind of wait here, you know. I could just like.
Oh, so then tell us whether you know what you said.
Man, I said, but if you.
So when I asked you about the recently dubbed black market events, what did you say?
No, I think my position is consistent. So I know it's gonna be something different. But I think those are the events that we really have to offer. They are the ones that we really have to look to, because some of the sanctioned events, especially those that come from like professional promoters and people who do this for a living, they put a lot of the guidelines in place, a lot of the protocols in place, put things in place for proper sanitization, contact tracing, temperature checks. Like this generally happens, but at the more ad hoc limes, you don't really see those things happening. You don't see any attempt for social distancing and mask wearing and any of this. And well, contact tracing is non-existent. So I think I always felt like those were where we needed to put a lot of our emphasis on, and it was maybe a little bit unfair that the ones that try to at least be somewhat compliant get a lot of the focus in terms of observation and trying to make sure that things go right. But I think this is something that all of us gonna have to do our part in, and we have to take some personal responsibility too, because even if you go to an event where the promoter is bawling out every 10 minutes, wear your mask, sanitize, whatever, like it really comes down to a personal choice and people doing what they're supposed to do. Like, so we all can have a responsibility at that point to keep each other safe.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have some questions about this soon that are gonna be answered. So I think I reserve further comment for Amali to drill.
Me, man, I drill. What come do he right?
I tell her, hey, anyway, when he comes, I tell him. But
they were supposed to do something that they didn't do, Mr. Bailey, and I'm very upset. Which is take the slides that were presented and put them in bullet form. 10, 12 concise points to send to the public. They're gonna post like
the whole
PowerPoint presentation.
The whole PowerPoint, yeah.
We discussed this.
Nobody reading that.
And then they're gonna want to know why nobody understand what's going on.
Nobody's reading that.
Anyway, come. I'm ready for him.
Yeah. Have you checked the website, Amali?
For the event?
Yeah, the event website.
I've been using that since like September.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I only saw it like maybe like a couple of days ago.
It wasn't live.
Yeah.
So live.
Yeah, I just end up looking at it. It makes the process very easy.
Yes, but at the end of the day, somebody still has to process these
somebody
things.
has to process it.
So I don't understand how we're going to save time, like, man.
Yeah, and that is the question. But at the same time, I think what they feel is going to happen is that they're going to see a dramatic decrease in the number of applications because of
a dramatic increase in illegal events.
Yeah. Yeah, people got lime. Liming is us. And us
people
is liming.
People who normally throw a party for like 200-300 people are going to say, you know what? We're going to throw a little party in the backyard and on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And that's what's been happening.
Black market.
Yeah.
And we ain't got some super spreaders and we ain't going to know what happened. We ain't going to know where it come from. Like, wait, they got like 100 new cases? What?
Yeah.
How? Nothing happening? A lot's happening.
I think that's and that's what I've been trying to impress on the people that I've been, privileged enough to be able to talk to.
I bought me some glasses when talking to Cromwell. Yeah,
he'll look into your soul, yeah.
I make you feel stupid while you're speaking, like.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's something that we really have to be mindful of. The fact that we are social creatures and we are going to be social, whether or not it is regulated or not. Especially this time where people have a desire for community, for fellowship, wanting to be around loved ones, wanting to be around friends. We have some, when we got them holidays, Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year's Day, people will be liming.
Yeah.
People will be liming.
Someone is on the live asking if there's permission needed for the gatherings under 25 persons. The answer is no.
No.
So I'll read again. I read it yesterday, but I'll read it again. These are the new guidelines. So small family and friend gatherings under 25 persons. So that means 24 and less, not 25. They do not require permission from the Commissioner of Police. These are family and friend gatherings under 25 persons. And then you have small, which anything above that needs permission. Small is deemed to be 25 to 50 persons. Medium, 51 to 100 persons. Large is 101 to 150. And the maximum cap given on events until further notice is 150. So events cannot happen with more than 150 people in attendance. So.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to be put out there that I really don't have an issue with that, because one of the points that we've been making here all the time is that we have limited resources, right? And so we have to be mindful in a country where we literally have just 19 beds dedicated to COVID. Like it's understandable that at some point there was going to have to be a cap on how many people could go to be gathered in the same place. And bear in mind, because most of us in here are involved in the entertainment industry, that is where our focus is at. But it goes further than that. It goes to weddings, it goes to funerals, it goes to church, right? And so this is all of society that these guidelines apply to. But when there's an industry that is predicated on the mass gathering of people, and then there is a limit as to how many people can gather, then that industry obviously is hampered. So that's why we kind of talk about that a lot. But the truth is, this affects everybody and everything. Baby showers, birthdays, weddings, like I said, church, and so we and I think most reasonable, logical people would agree that this is something that we kind of saw happening or saw coming. The problem is that I think it needed to come a long time, because we were just operating in a way where we weren't completely sure as to what was doable, what was possible, what were the restrictions, what were the other variables that were being considered. But I'm thankful for the guidelines. I'm thankful that they're out now and we know exactly where we stand and what needs to happen, because there was a lot of confusion among the public as to really how all this works and what the limitations are.
Yeah. Well, it's left to be seen.
It's time for
What's left to be seen? How many parties have Max in it?
Yeah.
It's time for a break, and when we come back, we will be joined by the, according to Amali, the enemy of state.
Public enemy number one.
Public enemy number one. So we'll take a short break and we'll come right back.
Found the sound 98.9 Win FM.
Clap and Rams, the good food people. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas from Rams. This Christmas at Rams Supermarket is free. This December, shop all Rams supermarkets and take advantage of all the in-store specials and free giveaways. Celebrate Christmas with Rams, where you're guaranteed better prices, better quality, and better value for your money. Happy holidays from Rams, the good food people.
Terms and conditions apply. See in stores for details.
Right now, I thought some curb free now, but to them it's a Christmas. Do this day I feel a day. But enough to get locked up. Everything that we done with, I will leave you guys rough. All we want for Christmas, Cali herb. My Cali herb, oh my Cali herb. All I want for Christmas, Cali herb. And we smoke up the herb and rest. All we want for Christmas, Cali herb. My Cali herb, oh my Cali herb. All I want for Christmas, Cali herb. And we smoke up the pipe and rest. Please, the cutter send the herb over next door. Send on the herb, make we smoke up the pipe. Please, could you send the herb over next door? Make we smoke up the pipe. All I want for Christmas, Cali herb. My Cali herb, oh my Cali herb. All I want for Christmas, Cali herb. Let me smoke up the pipe and rest. Darling, choose sentence bay. See the Cali man run across the way. Him say nigh a quarter ounce and we getting the redness now.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Amali. And yes.
Yeah, man, you intro music.
Intro music. I like that. I like it.
Was well timed.
Perfect timing. Oh, that was priceless.
You don't spoil it. You introduce yourselves. Welcome, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
So, Amali, it is your time.
Is it?
Look, see Amali do the squint. Like, you know, the face off squint?
You got a lot of things to say.
Amali do the face off squint.
Lord man. No, but you see, Amali, like I was saying yesterday, I was telling them, I think that our Superintendent Henry, right, is because of his level-headedness and his stoicism, right? He's the one who, when anything could really spark off the nation, they let him say it. And everybody just like, but I really should be angry enough, but he said it so nicely.
So that's what it is.
They bear bad news.
Yeah, but you just keep everybody calm.
Like every time you say Cromwell, you just know something going on. Or you know something bad going on.
Nah, man,
not bad, right? But depressing. Not bad.
I'm here to keep you safe.
Depressing. You see the same thing we said this morning.
I'm here to keep you safe, so I'm not here to say anything bad.
He just delivers news nicely, but it's always depressing news.
It's always terrible news.
A lot of man. I won't say that.
Terrible news that could keep you safe.
Wow.
Yeah.
You spin doctor him?
Yeah. He has a gift.
So how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Well, the task force released some new guidelines as it pertains to things skipping and gatherings in general. Yeah. I believe to the public. I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday is when they were announced.
Wednesday afternoon. Yeah. And I haven't heard any uproar about it. Have you guys heard any?
No, I think, like I said, I think generally people seem to maybe not like it, but kind of understand.
Well, and that's what's important. You recognize that it doesn't give you all that you want, but you understand why. I think that's what's important. You would like to have your big events with your big crowds and everybody have fun, but you recognize that if you do that, there might be consequences after, and you don't want to be you don't want to be associated with the consequences, and so you understand the need to be conservative.
You see, this is the words Cromwell use to make people cancel the event. So you could come out and say, wait, nobody cancel the event, but he just trick them into doing it.
No, he just say.
No, I just give you enough information and you make a decision. I just give you information and give you reasons.
But if they were to be,
and you make decisions.
If they were to be,
the police have not cancelled anybody's event to date.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah, and that's what I was explaining to some folks just this week actually, because they were saying, "Why couldn't the police cancel all the event them last week?" And then the police didn't cancel the event. I said exactly what they said actually. I said the police gave us some information,
right,
and allowed us to either be responsible or not.
Exactly.
Wow.
The onus is on you.
The onus is on you, yeah.
But outside of the events, like what we'd call, privately promoted events for entertainment purposes, what's been the response from some of the other groups in terms of like specifically churches? I think it probably isn't that big of a deal for most churches who generally may not have on a Sunday more than 150 persons. Bear in mind that this is indoor we're talking about, and so the cap may be a little lower.
And I think a lot of the churches, from what I understand, they keep 2 services.
So
they have one at 8 o'clock and one at 10 o'clock. So that
those that have more members.
Right. So that they don't have the full congregation at the same time. They're able to split the congregation in half. And everybody have the Sunday morning service still.
So generally, you would say that.
And in addition to that, they still have an
online audience.
Right. So those who cannot make the 8 or 10, they see it virtually. Yeah.
But so from your experience, you would say that most of society, including entertainment sector, the religious sector, would have been supporting and putting things in place to try and at least
comply.
Okay, right. That's great. That's great.
I think people understand the need for it. I mean, you look at the news every day and you see what is happening in the US and Europe. Even in the Caribbean, a lot of countries still have curfew.
Yeah.
And bars and those type of things are closed. We have the privilege here where we could have limited operations. Right.
We have the opportunity to do things.
Right.
Still. Yeah.
And so we should be thankful for that. Because it could be worse. It could have been worse.
Definitely.
Yeah, there are other countries in the Caribbean that cannot have anything at all.
Yeah, like I know.
Antigua still has no curfew.
Antigua is under curfew at some point. St. Lucia, there's no dining. You can't dine anywhere. Everything is takeout. Dominica, I know they're having a little spread happening. I'm not sure what's coming out of it, but like you said, it could be worse. I think we're in one of the best positions.
Right. And so we need to be thankful.
However,
do not spoil it. Because if we let everything run wild, then everything will be shut down.
Eventually. However, we've been talking about is upsurge a word?
Yeah.
The upsurge of illegal events that have been happening as a result of the task force and the police clamping down on the
organized events.
Naturally, you have prohibition, you will have a black market. And the harder you put your thumb on them, the bigger they go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what is the police and task force doing to help reduce or at least have some kind of control on these backyard parties and things like that?
Well, what we will do is those persons who are responsible and you see it happening, inform us, because we cannot see everything. We cannot know everything.
Right.
And so if you see something that is happening that you know should not be happening, inform the police, inform us, and we will take care of it.
Okay.
So once we know of it, we're going to stop it. We're going to stop it.
Okay. And they happen all over here. But I went to one. So earlier, like right after lockdown happened. I went to a party. I went to a party. The party started like in the afternoon and finished like minutes to 6 in the morning. You know?
Oh.
And that's when the police reached and the police was walking. I'm like,
all right, what can I hear?
What is this?
That's when they find out.
That's when they find out.
No, watch it, right? What, people went to get a cook up first, and then it was like, by the cook up done, you call the police.
No more pork on the grill.
Call the police. Going forward, it should be easier now for us to track those events, because now with the online application system, we are able now to see a listing of all the events that are approved. And so if we see something happening in a particular street, we go to the list and there's no event for that street, because we could search by address as well in the database.
Okay.
So you could put in Kayan Street and all the events on Kayan Street would come up.
And if it's not there, then
it's not
obviously
there,
it's not approved.
So y'all using like an app, because if you
the
okay.
officers do have an app.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That they could access the database from
nice.
the database from the app. So you could put in the person name, you put in Amali, and you see all
Amali events come up. Okay.
So if you hear Amali got in a party, you put in Amali name and Amali name doesn't come up.
Straight jail.
Yeah.
Like, it's likely Amali doesn't have permission.
But you know, one of the things that was said was that, especially in the release by the commissioner, was that potential patrons should check to ensure that the parties that they might want to attend, or the events they want to attend, are sanctioned.
Yeah.
Is the police force looking into possibly publishing a list of approved events?
I don't think there's any plans for that. What we would prefer people to do is to ask the person who they're purchasing the ticket from. I know they're going to say yeah, but their credibility will be on the line. Their credibility will be on the line. If they're going to lie to the patrons, you're going to tell the patron, yes, we have permission, and then to find out that you don't have permission.
You know, I could
you're going to do some.
The police took it back.
You're going to do some damage. Well, we always say that we didn't take back anybody thing. We always come out and say that.
They don't have to believe you because y'all are police.
No.
Is Jade you're going in the car when we're done?
No, because guess what?
That's that nice.
We know.
Oh boy.
Jade, that's not full.
Jade,
we have been saying that for a long time and nobody has this.
Can I explain why? Because a lot of people rather believe that police.
Right, it's easier to believe that is the police. Stop it.
Yeah, so not saying that y'all are liars, but you know.
They're perceived to be worthless? I understand.
No, I think they're easy target for people.
Yeah, it's easy target. And we understand that,
yeah.
So we don't get upset over that.
Yeah, but I mean that's something that you could possibly look into, just to avoid the back and forth, because just being able to publish somewhere, whether it's just a website or whatever, where people could just go and say, oh, these are the events that have been approved.
I think it would help.
As a matter of fact,
but there's this app, the Conch Shell. Maybe I don't know how effective. I see it advertised where it's events, promote events, and maybe
that
could
the
be a place
proprietor?
to go. No.
I could think
I know the
young lady.
The young lady.
Yeah, so I mean, that could be it too. Maybe it could be partnering with a
so
with a
they would
private
only
thing,
promote apps. I mean, events that are
that have been approved.
So that if you go to that,
right, because then
right.
If you like you said, if you go to the app and it's not there, the buyer would know. Okay, maybe it's not approved yet, so maybe it's something I should stay away from.
That could be something that.
I had a question as well. I think that because of the situation that we discussed before, where the approval was taking a bit of time for some of the events, it was putting pressure on people who want to promote, especially in this climate.
Yeah.
Now where people are apprehensive about not only where they spend the money, but where they can go,
right,
and that kind of thing. When we are asked to not promote until we get the permission, I think is a little rough. What I was wondering, could it be something considered where a promoter can promote but would have to display the fact that this is pending approval? Would that be something that would be considered?
We hear that complaint and we try to fix it. And again, this application that we are now using would fix that, because we are saying that you must apply at least 14 days, 15 days before the event, and you will get approval within 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
So that you have sufficient time to advertise. If you apply a month before, you will get your permission within 3 to 4 days.
I think that works for most events, like parties.
You would have enough time to promote. So,
well, I think
there's no need to say that it's pending approval, because you might not get approval still, and it still have the same effect.
Yeah.
So is this approval process is like literally being implemented currently?
Yes.
Like it's working.
Yes.
So superintendent of police.
We've had our first application for an event in Nevis, and we are going to make it a point. We got the application yesterday, and we are going to make it a point that it's approved by today.
Okay.
And so going forward, we would want to make some credibility to what we say and live up to our promises.
So you are giving the nation your word.
You would get your
that you will at least try your best to make sure events are approved in a timely fashion.
Unless there is some
issue with the event.
You
get some kind of response. I might get some kind of response, but it doesn't have to be approved because you apply.
Right. But you would get a response, because once you apply, the response is automatic in some cases.
Okay.
Once you submit your application, you're going to get an automatic email acknowledging the application. You're going to give you a reference number, so that if you call to query, you could use that reference number.
Call who though? Is there a department being put in place, or an individual being put?
No, well, you could call the commissioner's office, because they're the ones who will be doing the
approval.
Same.
Yeah, but that's my concern. They were always doing the approvals.
Yeah, but as I said, they're more efficient now. In the past, persons were sending in email, bringing in letters, and you could imagine the other emails and other letters that they have to handle, and so yours might get lost in the pile and misplaced, or some just overlooked, just because of the sheer volume of other things that goes to that office. But now with this, it filters these applications from other applications, other letters, other documents that are going to the office, and it puts them in one place where they could easily be seen. Again, another feature of the application is that the events are color-coded. When a new application comes in and it's pending, it will be yellow. And the system, they will see in the listing, it will be yellow. Once it's approved, it will turn green.
Okay.
And if it's declined, it will turn red. So when they look at the list of 100 events, identify which ones are pending.
Yeah.
So you just look for the yellow ones and you deal with those. Which ones have been approved already?
Right.
So it's easy to see.
I think
the outstanding ones.
I think it really.
If you miss
helps,
it, then mean that you're not paying attention to the system.
Yeah, I think it really helps because before, there wasn't a real standardized way for the application. So my letter might come in and be very long and detailed and have things that don't even matter.
Yeah.
Somebody's own may not have enough information.
Right.
That the police may need to make a proper decision.
And so they put it aside.
Right. So
and forget it.
Right. So with this, because it's something that's standardized, I think it really makes it easier for the processing to happen.
Right. And all the information is at your fingertip.
Right.
It's just a matter of clicking on the button and you see your COVID plan. Click on the next button and you see your tax certificate. Whatever information you upload, it's just a matter of clicking on the button. And the information comes.
So you could easily check off. And
it's always there.
And for the applicant too, they know all that is required.
Right, they know all that they need to submit. And so we have everybody submitting the same thing, not some submitting and some not submitting.
Right.
So it standardizes the process and it makes it easy for the persons who are approving to manage. And that would redound to the benefit of the applicants in that they get a quicker turnaround time.
Yeah.
So you have enough time to advertise or to complain.
But you see, the thing about it for me is that I suspect what's going to be happening now with the new guidelines is that we're creative people and we're going to see new types of events coming up. That's my hope, at least. And I think with those types of events that the public may not be accustomed to, I think those type of events do need some extra time to promote and to sensitize people as to what it's about and things. So 2 weeks.
So you apply earlier.
Yeah. So
earlier than 2 weeks.
Right. So that's I think where the whole thing comes in to, because you're able to plan ahead of time and get your approval done so that you could then put your stuff in place.
Yeah. It's just a question of applying early enough.
Right.
So question, who came up with the figures for the guidelines?
CMO.
Well, it was a collaborative
between the CMO.
Yeah, between the task force. The task force would have discussed using the guidelines from the CDC and other practices, and they come up with something that is suitable for us. In Jamaica, their maximum is 250, and Jamaica population is over 1 million.
Right. It's what, 3 million? 3 million, I think.
Over. I think 1.5 or 2 million, something like.
Let's find out.
But it's over 1 million, and their maximum is 250, and we have 50,000, and we have 150.
Right.
We are very generous.
But I think when I had the opportunity to speak with the CMO as well as Dr. Wilkinson, and one of the things that is also in the guidelines is, and it's in the definition for what a mass gathering is.
Yeah.
And I'm paraphrasing here, but it's an event that has the capability to overwhelm basically
the health system.
Right. So I think the numbers are based on what our health system could handle.
Right.
So when we have, like I was mentioning earlier, when we have basically 19 beds dedicated to COVID cases,
right.
So then I think those numbers kind of factor into how many people. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and so we use a number of factors to come up with the figure that is reasonable enough.
So what happens when somebody submits application? I use the website. Sorry, I submit the application. It is received at the commissioner's office. What happens next in terms of the process?
They would review the application. The commissioner's office. The commissioner himself, he would look. It depends on the event. If it's a routine event, somebody want to have
about the party,
baby shower,
the party, and they only want 30 people. Routine. Small events, the secretary could,
the staff,
could deal with those, but the other events that
but as he want to have an event, that's when,
and he want to have new vibes and small acts and grandmasters. Then that would take a little more.
150 people right now.
Because we know what happens when you have these type of bands, and so we take a little more scrutiny and consideration.
Okay.
If you could have new vibes and small acts and 150 people.
By all means.
I know, but I mean, by bear in mind, people keep events for different reasons. Maybe I just want to have a birthday celebration.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could have new vibes at a birthday party.
It happens all the time.
In the backyard.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Everybody
so
ain't looking to make a huge profit all the time. You know?
Right. So it just depends.
And I think that some of these gatherings as well could be things for educational purposes, conferences.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Right.
So it's not
always.
And
the system make provisions for all the different event types.
Yeah, so it's not.
So there's a whole list of event types. You just select the one that you're having.
Okay. So are you saying that you're discouraging folks from writing to the commissioner and emailing at this point?
Yes. We
so you want to channel all applications through the website?
Everything to the website.
So if I send a letter next week, I will not get a response?
They will tell you. Well, you get a response to go to the website.
To the website, yeah.
Okay. They will call you and tell you.
Apply on the website.
Okay, so everything, because that is the only way we could properly manage it. If we have some on the website and some by email,
it still defeat the purpose.
It defeats the purpose, right? Yeah. And those sent by email might get missed, and then they complain and then make us look like we're telling lies.
No, but I think that is important because, of course, there's some people who have been doing this for years and years and years, even prior to COVID.
Yes.
And this is the way they would have done it.
Right.
So being able to recognize that, hey, it's just a matter of directing them to the new system.
Yes. And the other good thing is that you have the ability to back check on the progress of your application. You will get a reference number. You will go back to the website and type in the reference number, and you will get the status of your application.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
How long do you feel these new measures that are being implemented will have to go on for, the caps on the events and so on?
Well, until the pandemic is over, until the health authorities say we are safe to fit again, yes. Whenever the pandemic is over, when everybody is vaccinated and nobody could get it anymore, then you're free to.
Well, I feel this is a fluid situation, because even right now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the state of emergency as it stands now expires at the 31st, right?
31st of December.
Yeah, so there's a possibility that may be extended. Like it's a very fluid situation.
Well, the pandemic doesn't necessarily go hand in hand with the state of emergency. It doesn't mean once the state of emergency expires, then the pandemic is over and we're free to go back to normal. They're not mutually exclusive.
Right. Mm-hmm. So but basically we just don't know.
It'll probably be extended.
No, but we don't know.
Not necessarily. We don't because there's the COVID bill that has just
been passed. That would cover the necessary powers.
That would take care of all the powers that we had under the emergency regulations.
Okay.
So it would make the powers permanent.
Okay.
And there's also the health factor as well that gives the government
right. So those
powers
are additional resources that we could use. The Quarantine Act and the Health.
All these amendments
Public Health Act
are being put in place. Right?
Yeah. So all these things are being done so that we could survive without the emergency powers.
Right. I think part of it is what people have to understand is like we've never experienced anything like this.
Right.
We never saw, so we kind of just
learning as we go.
Yeah, learning as we go and putting things in place, as time goes on.
What working and what ain't working.
Right.
And nobody could have even imagined at the beginning of this thing that we'd be in this position now.
Exactly.
So it rough, like. But I think that given all the imperfect information that we've had, I think that we've been responding in a positive way.
Yeah, make noise, but.
We gotta make noise still. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
But here's the thing: everybody making noise, but they're safe.
Yes.
So everybody could still do what they want to do.
That's what we prefer.
Yeah, but I think that making noise sometimes helps to shape the policies and things that come out.
And that is why we know exactly because that is why we now have guidelines for events, and you have a website, and you have all these new systems in place. Because we listen to the criticisms, and we want to improve, and so we do things that improve the situation. And so continue to criticize, continue to make noise, and we just improve. Improve as we go along to satisfy the criticisms.
Yeah, because I know one of the complaints for years has been that from promoters especially is that there wasn't a real list that we could get, physical thing that was put in place, so we could say these are all the things that we need ahead of time to be able to facilitate getting the response. And I do believe that the system, COVID would have made it,
Yeah, because
I think it's going to be added to as time goes on. I think there's other things as well that need to be added.
The idea for this application came about during the curfew, because of the amount of curfew exemption requests that the commissioner was getting. We said that we had to come up with a way to manage the curfew. And so this idea came about. Mm-hmm. And so we said, well, curfew is not going to be around permanently, but events are going to be around permanently. So let's add an event component to it so that when the curfew is over, we could continue using the application for events. Rather than when the curfew is over, there's no use for the application. So it has dual purpose. So it still has the curfew component. Just in case we have to go back to the curfew, then you just switch to curfew.
Right. Very important question. Two actually. One, I was speaking to a promoter yesterday who started new guidelines come out, but he had already received permission for his event. That would have given him more people than is now allowed.
Those events that would have received permission prior to
can carry on.
They will continue.
Can carry on with the permission
given before
they were given before.
As granted.
Permission before,
Okay. And the second question here. Ask him what about those already applied before the app came out, if they will have to reapply via the app.
No. If you already submitted your application is in. But new applications from now on would have to go through.
Will be scrutinized by the new
protocols.
Okay, no problem. All right. Well.
And if by chance you apply long term and your application get lost in the system, you might do well to reapply again.
Yeah.
So that at least you're going to get it in 4 days.
As a matter of fact, I would encourage all people who have submitted applications via letter and email to still go on the website and do it still.
So
it can't hurt. It can't hurt.
I know we have to wrap up soon, but would that interfere with the approval process? The fact that there might be one in the email and then a new one submitted on the website?
No, we would.
You would cross-reference.
Okay. Yeah, we would know that. It was already done.
Okay.
So in closing, the website is police.kn. Simple as that.
Police.kn.
Can I agree that?
Couldn't get any simpler.
Love it.
Police.kn.
Police.kn.
Events permission and complete the form.
Brilliant.
Nice.
All right, super. Thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure to be here.
And imparting, this
friend of the show.
Yes, this lovely knowledge. Super. Listen every day.
Yeah, everybody.
When I have time.
Friend of the show.
You always have time.
But he can't let people know that he got that much time.
That is what's happening. That's what's happening. And Brandy, they listen in the morning too.
Yeah, man,
so when I'm using him, he'll message me and say, stop calling me.
Yeah.
Anyway, that brings us to the end of the show. Godzilla is outside, so we have to make way for her to come inside and do her thing. It's Friday. It's the weekend, so drive safely. Please follow the rules of the roundabouts. When you enter in the roundabout, the left lane is to go anywhere west of you and north of you. And the right lane in the lane is to go anywhere past north of you, back to south of you, where you came from. Don't overtake in the roundabout.
You can't use it nautical. I was supposed to tell you yesterday.
East to west?
You gotta use the clock.
No, north of you.
North of you is St. Peter's if you're going east to
Yeah,
west.
don't do that.
Where you're facing.
Yeah, here we go.
You can't do that, bro. You can't use the.
Because people can use the actual cardinal.
Yeah, you gotta use the
points.
clock. Use the clock.
Use the clock.
So 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
So can it north of where you're facing?
Don't no.
North is north. North is only north.
If you're going from...
If you're going south, then you're going south of you.
From the airport to
you see, it's hard. It's confusing everybody, you know.
If you're going from airport
I don't understand what
to
you're trying to do, but I think you're going to. Yeah,
that would confuse people.
We have to consider that.
They're already confused.
If you're going from the airport
because I believe what about they're wrong.
I'm going home.
That we gotta go.
Anyway, we have to leave. So drive safely, don't drink and drive. And don't forget,
you can't be